So, dear students, there is a strong desire and strong demand from the students to make a video on language. So, what is language? Actually, language is a medium through which we can articulate our ideas, feelings, emotions, and desires. For example, the basic purpose of language is to communicate. If we are able to communicate something, meaning which I have something in my mind, if I am able to communicate to another person, that will be the language. So, language contains two categories. One is called the language, another is called a language. What is the language first? The language is one's mother's tongue, for which no need of rules and regulation. The second thing is a language. A language, one's foreign language, for which rules and regulations are needed. So, language can be categorized in two ways. One is called human language, another is called non human language. Now, human language contains some characteristics, and non human language as well contains some characteristics. Human language contains innovation. Innovation, something new. So, there will be innovation. There will be human language will be a dynamic one. Time to time, there will occur changes. So, there is human language is dynamic, while non-human language that is static. It is only composed upon slangs and gestures. And actually, the base of language is on slangs and gesture. First of all, when it was started, there were no words. There was just slang and gesture. And non-human language, actually, that is static. That is on that original point. So it contains only gestures and slangs. But human language, in human language, there occur words. So, what is word? That is the main question. Word is something which have word is a group of syllable. We can say something. We can say a group of syllable which have phonetic, semantic, and syntactic qualities. Phonetic qualities means that there must be a sound system because language is for communication. When we are pronouncing a word, the pronunciation of word that is called phonetic. When we are going to pronounce a word, we are pronouncing a word, and pronunciation is so that the listener can understand. If a listener can't understand what I am pronouncing, so there will be no communication, and the purpose of language that will be of no meaning because there will be no communication. Then, so phonetic is very important because the way through which we are speaking must be understandable or to someone else. The another thing is semantic because when we are going to start our language, the first thing is hearing. That is hearing, and hearing deals with phonetics. The second thing is understanding. Understanding composed upon two things. One is called semantic, another is called syntax. Semantic, the meanings of word in a sentence, that is semantic. If I can hear and if I can detect the meaning of a word, so two portion will be there, two portion of communication will be completed. And the third thing is syntax, grammatical rules. Understanding deals with the meanings of word as well and grammatical rule as well. If a person is able to hear, to understand, to understand in the meaning, to understand the meaning, to understand the grammatical position of a word, then he will be able to communicate. Then he will be able to communicate because the first thing is hearing, the second thing is understanding, the third thing is speaking. If we are able to know about phonetics, about semantic, about syntax, then we will be able to communicate, to speak a language. So these are important things for the language. Another important thing is, for example, a person is dumb, he is unable to hear. So he will unable to speak as well. If he is unable to hear, he is unable to listen the word. If he is not listening, he is unable to understand the word. If he is not understanding, he is unable to speak a word. Then he will be migrated towards the basis of language, that is slangs and gesture. So a person who is dumb, he will use language as a slangs and gesture. So that is all about language. and I will continue all these words. For example, rules and regulation, and these rules and regulations started from first from alphabets, then syllable, then word, then phrases, then clauses, then sentences, then paragraph, and then the language. So in another lecture I will tell you about all those things. Thank you so much.